Today, we're going to get to know the engine in our body. Today, we're going to get to know the human heart. The heart is the most special muscle we have. It's situated a little to the left from the center of our chest, between our lungs, and is in an oblique position, positioned diagonally. We say that it's very special because it sends blood all over our body. Blood delivers oxygen and nutrients we need to live to all of our cells. Our heart is a type of pump, like the ones we use to inflate the wheels on our bikes. The only thing is that instead of pumping air, it pumps blood. The heart is divided into two parts, the right part and the left part, separated by a cellular wall, so they are not connected internally. Each one of these parts has two chambers or cavities. The upper cavities are called right and left atrium, and the lower cavities are called right and left ventricle. The heart also has four kinds of doors, which are called valves. These valves open to let blood in, and they close so this blood can't go back. Now we've got to know the most important parts of the heart, but do you know how it works? It all commences in the right atrium, where the deoxygenated blood, meaning it has very little oxygen and nutrients, enters the heart. Then it goes through the first valve up to the right ventricle. Once it is here, the heart sends the blood directly to the lungs. And it's in this moment where the blood is oxygenated, and it's filled with oxygen and nutrients. When it is already oxygenated, it goes back to the heart, reaching the left atrium, from where it will pass through the third valve until the last cavity, the left ventricle. Finally, the heart sends this now oxygenated blood through the fourth and last valve towards the rest of the body, and it starts again. To understand how our heart beats, we only need to imagine that our hand is a heart, and that when it opens up, it fills up with blood. And when it's closed, it pumps that blood outwards. When blood exits our heart, it flows through our whole body through blood vessels, and there are three types: arteries, veins, and capillary vessels. Arteries deliver oxygen and nutrients-rich blood to all our organs in our body. Veins take that blood, low in oxygen, back to the heart. And the capillary vessels, which are very small, connected arteries with veins and cells. Fun fact! Do you know approximately how much a human heart weighs? Well, it's 450 grams, almost half a kilo. The truth is that the heart is the engine in our circulatory system and is an incredibly strong muscle. It's able to beat more than 100,000 times a day. So cool! We can't say goodbye without giving you a tip. We need to take care of our heart And that's why we need to do physical exercise. We need to eat healthy foods. And please, never ever smoke. It's the worst thing you can do to hurt your heart.
Hi there! Can you guess what I am? I'll give you a hint. I have a very important job inside your body, and your heart helps me to do my job. I'm a red blood cell. My job is so important that you'll thank me for it later. But I can't take all the credit. Without your heart, I couldn't do a thing. You see, I'm like a little delivery truck in your body. I pick up and drop things off all the time. I ride the highways of something called the circulatory system. I like to call it the circle system because I keep going in circles. This system is made of your heart and blood vessels that carry your blood to different areas of your body. Your blood vessels are like tiny tunnels that run all through your body. They are made up of arteries that take oxygen to places in your body and veins that take carbon dioxide from your body to your lungs. This is my highway. But I can't move by myself. I move within your blood when it moves. How does your blood move, you ask? Why, your heart pumps it. Let me show you how. Your heart is the most important muscle in your body. It moves by itself, and even though you can hardly feel it, it keeps moving all the time, even when you are sleeping. Want to feel your heart move? Sit very still and put your hand on your chest. If you are running hard or exercising, you might find it easier to feel. When your heart moves, it's called a heartbeat. Your heart makes at least 100,000 heartbeats every day. When your heart beats, it pulls blood into it and pushes it out again. This helps the blood to move fast enough to go through your whole body and back. And it helps me to pick up my deliveries and take them to different places in your body. I'm not alone in there. There are lots of red blood cells just like me doing the same thing in your body all the time, even now while I'm talking to you. Here's me at the start of my little journey. I just got back from dropping off some things to some places in your body. I need to get some more speed to do more deliveries, so I ride your bloodstream into your heart. Going through the heart is easy because the heart has special rooms and doors that only open one way. Right now, I am entering the right side of the heart. I go through the first room called the right atrium, through the first door called the tricuspid valve, and through the second room called the right ventricle, and through the second door called the pulmonary valve. The heartbeat causes the heart to squeeze the blood in these rooms into the next area. It pushes the blood through it and into the arteries like tunnels that lead to other parts of the body. So now I am moving a little faster because the heart has given me a push. Now I need to go and pick up the things I need to deliver. My first stop is to the lungs. I need to pick up a little oxygen molecule to take to some place in the body. Everybody needs oxygen. Our lungs bring it into our body, and then I pick it up and take it to where it's needed. It seems like it would be tricky to pick up the oxygen, but the lungs really help me with that job. You see, here in the body, we all work together and cooperate to keep everything running smoothly. When I get to the lungs, I'm not really this big, it's just easier to see me this way. And I get really close to the sides of my little tunnel. The oxygen that is sort of floating out of the walls nearby just jumps onto me for the ride. When enough of it has hopped on and I can't hold anymore, then I'm ready to go back to the heart for another push. Know what? This all happened so fast that it's even faster than blinking. So now, this time, I need to go on the other side of the heart. This side is for all of us red blood cells that are carrying oxygen. The heart pushes us a little farther this time because some of us have a very long trip. I go in through the first room called the left atrium, through the mitral valve doorway and into the left ventricle room to get my big push. Then out I go and on my journey. I like my job because I get to travel. Here I am making a delivery in the foot area. All I have to do is draw near to the tunnel wall and the oxygen will just jump out of my truck and squeeze out of the tunnel. It's pretty neat to watch. While this is happening, I also make another pickup. Carbon dioxide needs to be taken up to the lungs so that the body can get rid of it by breathing out. And I'm just the cell to do it. I grab some and off I go again. Going back up to the heart is a little tricky because I need to ride up. It's kind of like climbing a hill. Because of this, the veins have little trapdoors called valves that only open one way. This stops me from floating in the wrong direction. So I keep going up and up as the heart keeps beating and pushing the bloodstream along. Eventually, I get back to the heart again where I get ready to drop off the carbon dioxide in the lungs and get a good push to get me going on another pickup. So that's my job. What do you think? Pretty important, isn't it? The heart really helps me to do my job well.
These two fingers, now hold them on the side of your neck, right next to your throat. If you hold them still for just a moment, you'll start to feel something bumping around in there. That is your pulse, the feeling of blood moving through your body. And that means you're actually feeling your heart beating. Your heart is always beating all day and all night, even when you're asleep. It can never take a break because it has a very important job. It moves your blood all around your body. And your heart can do that because it's actually a muscle. You have muscles all over your body that help you move, like muscles in your legs that you can use to run and muscles in your jaw for chewing yummy food. But your heart is the hardest working muscle of them all. Now make a fist with your hand. That's about how big your heart is. It may seem kind of small, but it's incredibly strong, and it's the constant squeezing of your heart muscle that keeps all that blood flowing. But why does your blood have to move around in the first place? Well, you can think of your blood as working kind of like a delivery truck. It carries lots of what your body needs in order to keep going, especially oxygen. You've probably heard of it before. Oxygen is the gas in the air that people and a lot of other animals need to live. When you breathe in, you're bringing oxygen into your lungs, and your blood is there to soak up all that oxygen, and with the help of your heart, send it all over your body, to your head and to your feet and everywhere in between. As your blood gets pumped around, all of the different parts of your body take the oxygen from it, and they use it to do their jobs, whether that's making your leg muscles move so you can run, or helping your stomach take care of that sandwich you had for lunch. But your body also has a bunch of stuff that it needs to get rid of, especially a gas called carbon dioxide. So after your blood drops off its shipment of oxygen, it also picks up that waste and hauls it off. When your blood gets back to your heart, it gets pushed to the lungs once again, where the blood drops off the carbon dioxide and picks up more oxygen. So when you breathe in, you're breathing in oxygen that goes into your blood. And when you breathe out, you're breathing out the carbon dioxide that your body has gotten rid of. Now, it sounds like a long journey, but your heart can pump blood to every part of your body in less than 1 minute. And your heart beats at least 100,000 times every day. So at any point during your day, your heart is sending blood to your lungs and out to the rest of your body and back to your lungs again all at once. That's some serious work. But have you ever noticed your heart beating faster when you've been running around for a while? That's your heart working extra hard. When you're running, jumping, and playing around, your body needs more oxygen and other nutrients to do that extra work. So your heart has to work harder to send all of those good things to the parts of your body that need them, and to get rid of all the extra waste. So the more you exercise your body, the more you exercise your heart. Now, who's up for some jumping jacks to get our hearts beating faster?
Goodbye, friends. See you in the next Happy Learning video.